What is going on, you guys, and welcome to today's video. We're just going to be doing a little voiceover for the first half here, and going into this first. As you can see, we did try and patch the hole on the WRX before, but it didn't seem to hold. Whenever we shake it here, there is still a gap, and that's where the water has been seeping into my trunk. And it really is gross, and just been creating this nasty smell within my trunk. So we're going to go ahead and try and pop the wing off, try and patch this hole again. It's a really simple process. There's just 4 bolts you have to take off, and then the whole wing just comes off the back of the car. One of them was stripped, and that was the one that we were having issues with before, so whenever we took the wing off, we just had to pop it back in and reseat it, and then we're going to go ahead and use some Bondo glass and put it back in. The Bondo glass is a fairly simple process. All you gotta do is mix these two things together, place it around where we want it to go, and we'll let it sit for like half an hour or so, and I think that should be good enough for us to try and put the wing back onto the car. And I figured while the wing is off, we're just going to go ahead and clean up all this dirt that's on the back and pollen that got underneath the wing since it wasn't seated the whole way, and also just dirty. And it's just as simple as taking some soapy water and cleaning that off. And since the Bondo glass was still drying, I figured why not just wash the whole entire car since I had some leftover time. Here we go, lining up the wing to go ahead and put it back onto the trunk, and now with the Bondo glass in it, it should be able to seat the whole entire way. And just in case, we put some double-sided tape right over top of the bolt holes just to make sure that there is no way any water can go back into it. And in this way, it kind of acted as like a gasket. Now, we're just going to back in the car real quick. Now we're going to go ahead and let Present Chase take over.
So as y'all can probably tell, it's a completely different day, and that is because I wanted to let our trunk air out a little bit. So I did take the carpet out. You can see my mess of wires from putting the sub in the back here, but it still smells even with just the bare metal and everything in here. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is pop out the subwoofer box, and we're also going to do a shampooing of that. So we have this thing that probably belongs in a museum. Look at this bad boy. In the one clip that you saw, we were pressure washing it and letting it sit out in the sun, but that didn't entirely help it. And this also sits over top of the spare tire, I think, just to make it like solid so nothing falls into it. So go ahead and use the shampoo vacuum on that, and we're also going to use it on the sub. And I'm debating on if I should scrub the bare metal that's here, because it looks dirty and I don't know what it is, but I mean, it still smells a little bit in there, but it might be the subwoofer box. And I'm also thinking about doing the sides too, just in case any water got into there. But so far it seems like the trunk is completely patched now, so I don't have any more water leaking into there. I mean, it's not exactly the best job, and you can tell just how much water was getting in there because of how rusted out that is. Hopefully now I shouldn't have to worry about this like dew smell, and also there was mold on this too, and that's just not something that you want to be breathing in. So hopefully after this we'll be good. So let's first get the sub box out. Yeah, I think maybe it was just a sub because it honestly doesn't smell bad, but probably be good for me just to go and clean this off just because it's not dirty anymore. I mean, it smells like shampoo, so I guess can't complain about that. Now let's do the sub. Alright, so they're a little bit damp right now, so they're gonna have to go sit and dry in the sun. Luckily, it's pretty warm out today. So, here we got them drying out here in the sun, so hopefully they're not too damp and they won't take too long to dry. As you can see, not anything crazy. It does have a nice shine to it, but just to make sure that there's not like any remaining dirt or like mold or something, I just thought I'd scrub it down real quick, and I think it looks pretty good. So we'll go ahead, chuck that in, and we'll go out there, check out how our mat is doing and the sub. Crazy how they just like kind of chucked a rug in there and we're like, yep, that's a trunk for sure. But anyways, let's put the subs back in, see what this thing looks like. Here we go, y'all. Febreze on deck. Now, of course, this isn't gonna last forever, but I mean, at least for now, it'll smell nice, and then hopefully over time it doesn't start smelling bad again since the trunk's patched. Okay, that's good. So in a future video, I'll probably report back, tell you guys how everything went with it, but I'm pretty sure that everything should be good with the car now. Got this wing hard mounted now, so don't have to worry about any water getting in there anymore. And I mean, you know, gotta make use of the aero, you know what I'm saying? Whenever it was just flapping in the back, couldn't get all that downforce I needed. But anyways, should be good for now. No more water getting in the trunk, making it smell all funky. It even like gravitated into the car, which is how I even noticed that like anything was wrong with it. So it's like I finally got to put this wing on for the first time. And even after all that, I might just be getting a new trunk for this car entirely. But we'll cross that bridge whenever we get there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, joining me on this journey. I know it was a little bit interesting of a video, but thank you for sticking around. Thank you for supporting the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.